packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stopped that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On play action, Fields. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mike Pennell, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. They find some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Good run right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 44 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Falcons will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce. To the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. That brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Pass to the right. There's Jones. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On second down, a run with Patterson.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Taken at about the 36. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 43-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be Falcon football.
First down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Into the hands of London.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They'll drop to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round one of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play in here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
They'll go again with Patterson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 58 yards rushing for him in his first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll give it to Patterson. And able to work his way down to the 16.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of the
These two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
10 cycles.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Slot man moves right. Out of the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Ready?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Falcons. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On first down, it's Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
3 yards remain for second down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time to...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And take it right on the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
After the costly interception late, good job by him to keep it himself that time. Just tuck it, run it, and scramble for the marker. Don't give the coverage another chance at taking it away from you.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Fields now to throw. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They really changed the tone of what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
On play action, they'll throw. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Yellow. Ready.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Well, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson, 46 yards. And the Falcons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Bears 17.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Let's go now.
A right side run with Patterson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Ready?